All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and Nick Strength and Pokemon. And in this video, I've got for you guys to be what I consider a pretty weird PSA submission. So there's a combination here of standard, regular-sized PSA slabs, Pokemon cards, MetaZoo card-sized. Then there's also some oversized cards in here, some oversized MetaZoo cards. And honestly, this submission is going to be the reason why I no longer submit cards that are not normal sized. Because honestly, every time I've done it, I've gotten horrible grades. I submitted a couple weeks ago, I got back, maybe it was a couple months ago now, I got back a submission for a bunch of oversized Pokemon Tops Charmander tin toppers. And I was excited to get them back because they were all, not only were they tin fresh, but the tins were case fresh from a sealed case, stored perfectly or as good as they could possibly have been stored, straight out of the tin. Most of them got 4s and 5s. Didn't get anything higher than a 9, and I only got one of those. So mostly 4s and 5s. This submission, oversized MetaZoo cards, I had to check ahead of time, so I wanted to see what the grades were on these, because this was an interesting submission. Actually, I could check right now. But this, out of all the submissions that I've submitted recently, took the longest to get back. And I think maybe it's because it's not the standard size of PSA slabs, so maybe it takes longer in the assembly stage. Let me go ahead and go on PSA right now, and I'll tell you guys the date that this got scanned in. And I sent this in under a bulk special where they guarantee 120-day turnaround time. It might be 90-day turnaround time now. But let's go ahead and see here. All right. PSA. Oh, of course, the PSA website's not working right now. It was sometime in January, though, so this is really kind of pushing it to the end of the year, or to the end of the limit of what the turnaround time was. I'm going to show you guys these cards first, but I looked at these ahead of time, so I know there's not a single grade above a 9 in this entire submission of oversized cards. But I'm going to show you the regular size cards too. So it was a mixed submission. It's just not worth sending. Every oversized card I've sent has taken longer than any other submission, and the grades come back terrible. And at least these were small enough that they still fit in the $15 a card tier. But these were the Magician, MetaZoo, Loveland Frogman cards from the Tarot decks, the eBay Tarot decks. And of course, they're not even in there securely. I mean, look at how far to the left this thing is. It's not even centered in the case. And that was the problem that I had with a lot of the Charmander slabs. A lot of them are on my eBay page right now. Link in the description box below, shameless plug. They weren't centered correctly, or they were like loose or crooked in the case because the cases are big, and they're just really not made for cards this big. They're not made to hold them down. I don't know. I'm just done submitting oversized cards. So I sent in 10 of these, I believe. They all look like they're to the left. That one actually does have some significant whitening on the bottom. But every single one across the board got a 9. Why are all of them so off-center to the left? But if you want any of these, they're going to be on my eBay page for sure, because this was a massive disappointment. I actually have a hollow one of these graded, and it was a 9 as well. That one I actually ended up grading individually, because I thought it did qualify as an oversized card. And then I measured these and realized they fit within the submission limits for bulk. Actually, this one got an 8. Oh, what do you know? Look how far off to the left they are. But overall, I am not impressed at all with PSA's larger card grading. Anything that needs a bigger slab, and I've seen people have this complaints about pack grading, that when the slabs for the packs just don't really hold them well, or they're off center, or they're shitty, or whatever. I'm just not a fan. But I mean, look how it's crazy off center. It just seems awfully ridiculous. And then with the Charmander cards, they fit in the oversized card tier, which is like $75 a card minimum, which is just ridiculous, because I've been selling them and I've been getting, I mean, they are crazy low grades, but again, tin fresh, and the tins were fresh from the case. On some of the 4s and 5s, I've been getting like $30-40 a slab, just straight losing money. There was no point in even grading them. Another 9. So either they need to come down on the prices on these oversized card gradings, or they need to figure out a better system logistically. If it is more expensive or more annoying or more time consuming for them to make these bigger slabs or whatever the case is, because I would think they just have millions of these slabs on hand from China or whatever. It's just plastic. It's acrylic plastic. I would think they would have millions of these in every size just on hand, ready to go. I don't know what the process is, but these took forever. They held up the whole order, and they totally screwed me on the grade. So I don't know if the grader was just annoyed that he had to go through and do something special with this order, because some were regular size and some weren't. But I was not too thrilled with how long these took, and I was very disappointed in the grades. I'm assuming this is just another tear out card. I don't think I sent anything special. Sure enough, yes, another 9. So if you're interested in these, I will be listing them on my eBay page, like I said before. I don't even know if I'm going to bother keeping one of these, because like I said, I already have the hollow version in a 9, but I don't know. Very disappointed in that. Don't think I'm going to be likely making much money back on those. My eBay page is NSP Shop, if you want to check those out. But here, I will show you guys the regular size cards, which this was a pretty unique submission in this regard, because these were not my typical Pokemon Metazoo Yu-Gi-Oh submission. These are something a little bit different, so my bodybuilding fans might enjoy this. One of the greatest rivalries in the history of bodybuilding. Phil Heath and Kai Green. I graded some of each. And these actually, shockingly, did surprisingly well. I was actually pretty surprised at how good some of these graded. So let's go ahead and I'll do some of the Kai Green ones first, which seem to be slightly bigger, actually, than the Phil Heath one. So these are even a different size case. A little bit thicker, because these were memorabilia cards. And I was actually surprised by this. So these cases are actually different. I didn't even notice that. So the Kai Green memorabilia cards, I think all of them graded a 10. This is a memorabilia patch, I believe, from his posing trunks or something. And I think a significant majority of the Phil Heath ones graded a 10. So I was happy about that. And I was actually surprised, because this card stock was so thick, and I figured so much could go wrong with maybe the area that the patch is in or whatever. I thought these would have difficulty grading, and I actually just had these loose in a binder. I bought these for my bodybuilding card binder, which I've been collecting just random, appearances of bodybuilders on trading cards and putting them in a binder. And I thought, well, I don't have any graded memorabilia cards, so I'll grade these. And sure enough, I think all of these got a 10. And I might only list one of these on my eBay page, because I was pretty shocked that these memorabilia cards graded so well. Here's another. Oh, wait. Ooh, an 8 on Phil. Looks like Phil lost that round. And another 10. So I think all 4, unless there's more, got a 10, which I was actually really happy about. So this one got a 10 as well. 10 on Phil. 10 on Phil. 10 on Phil. A lot of 10s. So weirdly enough, it's like they gave every card that was oversized a 9. Oh, there's an 8. Okay, some of the Phil Heaths did not survive. 10. And like everything else a 10. Very weird to me. So those are all 10s. But yeah, I was just very thrown off on this. Let me know in the comments below if you have had a similar experience with oversized cards. I don't know what the deal was with this, because I feel like they graded these. Honestly, these were like I was talking about with the Charmander thing, case fresh, tin fresh. These were fresh out of a sealed deck, fresh from just being released by eBay and Metazoo. These were all packed fresh, straight out of the deck, straight into a card saver, an oversized card saver, and straight to PSA. So interestingly enough, every single one got a 9. But let me know what your experience has been with PSA with these oversized cards. For me, it's been nothing but a total waste of time. And just, I don't know why. Maybe it annoys them. But I was happy with the bodybuilding cards. I was actually really shocked that every memorabilia card got a 10. I just feel like they graded these so easily and these so harsh. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Nick Strength of Pokemon signing out.